The Walking Dead Dead City, in my opinion, is the most underrated Walking Dead spinoff of all time. Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one, we're going to be talking about the Walking Dead universe. We're going to be talking about the Walking Dead Dead City, and why, in my opinion, it is the most underrated Walking Dead spinoff we have ever seen. So, this is a video that I definitely wanted to do. This is one that I wanted to talk about for a while, especially after last week, after New York Comic Con, and we, of course, had the major teaser for the Walking Dead Dead City Season 2, which looked absolutely fantastic, by the way. It looked absolutely amazing, with great cinematography, great shots, great story plots that were kind of minorly revealed in that teaser, and it just overall looked really, really good. So I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to discuss this. Now, full transparency, this is a topic that I've been wanting to do for a long, long time. I just never really knew how to approach this topic. Also, I wanted to give it enough time before doing a video like this where I go into this and really make sure that when I make this statement, it does make sense and that it's not, you know, some kind of thing where Dead City presents as something really horrible and then I have to, you know, therefore kind of take back my comments on videos like this. I'm very confident at the time of filming this video that this statement is very, very true. Which is, when I saw the first teaser for Dead City Season 2, it looked good. It looked really good. When I saw the teaser for Dead City last week during New York Comic Con, I saw a lot of comments from a lot of people that were saying, man, this is the most underrated Walking Dead spinoff. And when I heard it, I was like, you know, honestly, like, I didn't really think anything of it. And then I've watched, and I really had time to sit on this too. I've sat on The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 2. I've sat on The Ones Who Live, and I've sat on this modern-day Walking Dead era with The Ones Who Live, Daryl Dixon, and Dead City, and then I got to thinking to myself, honestly, this is the most underrated spinoff, and I'll tell you why. This spinoff has never, at least in its first season, now there's always time for this to mess itself up, so obviously this does not include Season 2, but as it stands right now with where I stand with Dead City, and the way that the second season looks, and the, you know, overall standard I think that the first season presented to us, because if you guys saw my reviews for Season 1, you'll know that I thought Season 1 was absolutely incredible. I thought it was amazing, and you know what's funny about that too, is that I remember during Season 1 when I was reviewing Dead City Season 1, a lot of people said, pretty much everybody agreed, that Dead City Season 1 was an absolutely fantastic season. But then Daryl Dixon came on, right, in the fall, and everybody turned to Daryl Dixon. And for some reason, and this is a modern-day thing that I've noticed from a lot of people nowadays, if something's good, but it gets outdone by something else, that other thing is automatic, like, mid as hell, or automatic garbage, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I've noticed. People were really supporting The Walking Dead Dead City when it first aired, and then when Daryl Dixon came on, it's like Dead City didn't matter. Everybody forgot about Dead City. And the same thing happened with Daryl Dixon to The Ones Who Live. And obviously, The Ones Who Live makes sense because that's the return of Rick Grimes. That's a different topic all of itself. But my point I'm trying to make here is that a lot of people, I feel like, have really, really underestimated how good Dead City really is. Because here's the thing. The Ones Who Live, and I thought about this the other day, and it really made me motivated to talk about this, because The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live was a great show, with high budget, high everything, but the ending fumbled. The ending of The Ones Who Live did fumble in its final episode. The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, as great as it is, I think the second season massively lacked in comparison to the first season. And a lot of people have been pointing that out. Daryl Dixon Season 2 is not exactly the same quality, in my opinion at least. Obviously up to your opinion, of course, but in my opinion, Daryl Dixon Season 2 is not quite living up to the standard that Season 1 has, right? And then I got to thinking, I'm like, when was the one time when I watched The Walking Dead Dead City, did I ever feel an anger like I felt like when they killed Isabel? Or like when Major General Beale and the CRM were taken out by the power of love with Rick and Michonne? I can't say Dead City has ever reached that point. Dead City has never ever pissed me off in that type of way. And I think the reason why people always favor The Ones Who Live and Daryl Dixon over Dead City is because of the higher budget, because of the characters that we're following, and that, I have a feeling, is what it is that, let's be honest here, Daryl Dixon has the highest budget of a Walking Dead spinoff. It's easy. It's clear as day. You can easily tell. And it's very impressive, you know? So people will go to that, right? And The Ones Who Live obviously had a massive budget because it was a 6-episode limited event. So they gave them pretty much like a movie-like budget, you know what I'm saying? And with Dead City, here's the difference, is that it is not exactly a high-budget type of show like Daryl Dixon or Ones Who Live, but it has a strong budget. Another thing that I think makes Dead City very slept on is the fact that it's in New York, right? Because you get The Ones Who Live, which is all about the CRM and Rick Grimes and all this stuff. And obviously, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon takes place overseas, over in Europe, right? So that's an automatic draw to people. And then Dead City is just still in the US, in New York City, right? So it's not as much of an appeal to people, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what really makes Dead City slept on, is that it's not exactly as high budget as Daryl Dixon, and it also is not in as unique of a setting as Daryl Dixon, right? However, here's the thing about it. I do think that Dead City, writing-wise at least, with just the first season included, we'll see how season 2 kind of, you know, works out, but at least as of right now, I think Dead City is the most slept-on Walking Dead show. I would even say that, objectively speaking, there is less bad writing in Dead City than I would say there is in Daryl Dixon the first 2 seasons, and even The Ones Who Live. I think The Ones Who Live has better episodes than Dead City. I think 101 of Ones Who Live, 104 of Ones Who Live, stuff like that. Those are better episodes. But I think that in terms of consistency, and that's key in entertainment, if you don't have consistency, then you're fucked. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but you are. So, consistency is key. And those 6 episodes of Dead City, in my opinion, were all consistently good week to week. And nothing stood out as pissing me off like Ones Who Live did in its finale, like Daryl Dixon did this past week with Isabel's death, like those 2 shows have done. Though they may be higher budget and higher quality, Dead City is more consistent, and Dead City, I think, is a very criminally underrated show, at least in my opinion. So I wanted to give my thoughts on this. I know it's a big topic. I know it's a big one, but I wanted to talk about it because I think it is an interesting type of thing. I do think that Dead City, in its own right, is, in my opinion, the most underrated Walking Dead spinoff. Agree? Disagree? Post those down below. Post those comments. I would love to hear from you guys. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Sure, follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos to The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.